Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's the fourth-year man, J.K. Dobbins. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. They would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Oh, man, coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Let's go. Ultra.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, today, of course, not just the start of the new campaign. It's the debut of DeMeco Ryans as the Houston head coach. Now, we saw him plenty with the 49ers, what he was able to do with that defense. Charles, what do you think he brings to the table for these Texans?
He brings football intelligence. He brings enthusiasm. He brings creativity. This guy wanted to be the head coach of the Houston Texans. Twice a Pro Bowler with them in the NFL. He's come home. Now he wants to finish what he started as a player as a head coach.
40 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. First and 10, it's Pierce. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd down, and again it's Davis-Price. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double zero, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Drake London, the intended receiver there, and it's third down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
You gotta make a move.
Jackson now. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take this down to the 33. From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. Jackson. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Ritter to throw it. He gets this one to Mechie. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Let's go now.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Ritter. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Ritter back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So on leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. Swings this one out wide for Pearce. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Pearce now up the middle. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Pearce with a motivated run there, and no surprise he's motivated this season after a late injury robbed him of a 1,000-yard campaign last year and potentially the Rookie of the Year. Even still, the 4th-round pick outplayed his slot with over 900 yards in 13 games.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Strike. Check. Strike.
Ritter off the play fake. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Texans. Deontay Johnson, 40 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them.
And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Davis Price up the middle. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Davis Price will try to pick it up, and he is going to have a Texans first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now.
Here's Pierce on the counter. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going for it with Pierce. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Switch, yellow. Opposite, green. Yellow, blue. Steal, just steal.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Pierce. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pierce. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Yellow, go. Check, pitch. Ready?
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman,
so both
ready
these
with our
coaching
EA
staffs
Sports
are likely
halftime
making
report.
plenty of adjustments
Coach.
after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8.
Black, yellow, 1.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
38. Fight, 6.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Give to Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adolfo Owe drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Now Jackson on first down. That's caught by Sims. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got it. Well, the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Edwards. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Report!
3rd and goal, Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The 22-yard line.
Drill, 52.
Here's Ritter. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
No, we changed it.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time.
And he will take it in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Another carry for Pierce.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Ritter. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. He may go. Touchdown, Houston. Deontay Johnson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Ozzie, shut.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to be home in by the tight end, Andrews. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll move them back within 6 now. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And they will take over 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Dobbins with it, and he would get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews, and he'll be brought down after a nice gain, a pickup at 20. Here comes second down.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
No timeouts. 6 seconds to play. Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1. And one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the